Now, I know I'm not going to be the first person because we went out to do watch Ant-Man and, family night and all that. No spoilers, nothing like that. Okay, guys, I'm not giving you my opinion on it yet. If you want to see it, I don't want to influence anyone, but we had the feeling 99 offense would be possible. It was just a bit of a puzzle piece. So I'm not even like, I can sit here and tell you guys, I figured it out myself. I didn't. We had help from someone on Twitter. His name is D-Bond. Shout out to you. He kind of gave me like the last secret sauce piece. So we are going to take a look at this, and keep in mind when we do these, oh my God, we got to 99, we got to 98, we got to 97 team builds. Not always the team we would use. Now I want to make sure I kept this team at 40 out of 40 legends. Not every card is exactly how I would want. I'm not going to go spend a bunch of coins for like the defensive part, which will just show you how the defense is set up right here. And it's mostly what I would want, but I'm not really focused in on that, right? Again, using a 99 overall offense, like I'm not gonna waste a legend spot by putting Delaney Walker at fullback generally. But here is how the team is. It's 99s across the board. Armstead, Faneca, Kelsey, Yonda, Forrest Gregg, Gronk, obviously MVS, Delaney Walker. I think you can actually use Mercedes Lewis here. Quarterback, you could use Mahomes or Brady. We're using Bettis at halfback, mainly because you could probably try to make Mike Allstott work. It just really won't because of the boost you need. AJ Green and Julian Edelman. I did try different combinations of receivers, trying to see if we could get the honors cards in there. They just wouldn't go to 99 overall. So this is a 99 overall offense. We are going to do gameplay with this exact lineup on just_CC channel. Tomorrow, you guys will get to see that. But how did this get built out? Well, let's show you. So don't worry about abilities, and I'll activate abilities for tomorrow. Again, 40 out of 40 legends. Chiefs motivators, I used both. We have Ed Buddy and Patrick Mahomes to get those things. The other main things that we had in here, I don't know if it really helped. Where you got a Saints motivator, Teron Armstead has Saints Gem. We have the Gronk motivator, Scottish Hammer, Red Tornado, Terror, a Chiefs strategy card. Not even the good one, just the purple one. Didn't need the good one, thankfully. Bull Rush doesn't matter, but Sprinter was actually the key here because I could get everything, but I was like struggling with getting the running back to 99. So Sprinter was the missing key that I didn't have. And shout out to our man D Bond over on Twitter for the help for that. Again, can't do some of this stuff without you guys. The Super Bowl ring, boosting the Super Bowl players. Again, necessary. Super Bowl players, again, getting their boost here. Necessary. And the Super Bowl champ stuff, really just kind of helping out a bit with MVS. I don't know if it's necessary, but I feel like, hey, why not? We also could have thrown Travis Kelce into a lot of these places, but not necessary. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. The Dak Prescott GIC, which it means the one that you got from starting up Gridiron Guardians. This card right here is necessary. I don't know why, but he gives +1 awareness to the whole team. Okay. The next necessary part was getting the T Higgins card, and we'll get down to that here, just to show you the T Higgins Gridiron motivator, giving pass block power, pass block finesse. Again, cool, it's fine, but this was the first one I had to go get to make this work. Just throw him in at wide receiver 5. That's the way it works. As for our secondary things on our strategy cards, we had to go with route tree to boost short route running. And we also had to go with power, which boosts strength on your offensive line. And then again, we have 8 out of 50 Chiefs, which kind of helps there a little bit. And then basically that is it. Okay. Now again, the strategy card, Sprinter with power secondary. Bull Rush is what I'm using. You don't actually need Bull Rush. You could pick whichever we want. But the one I found that used was Route Tree, and that worked out well for us. I'm using a Chiefs team affinity card here and this Super Bowl ring strategy item. And again, we'll see here, a couple things in here. Again, don't fully focus on that. Scottish Hammer, T. Higgins, all this sort of stuff. It just makes sense. Now, what would I change with this team? Well, actually, offensively, I would actually leave the cards the same. Ideally, like I have no problem with these abilities, or these cards or anything like that. I would probably prefer. I like to switch things up, so I may want to use some of the honors cards instead, so they wouldn't be 99 or. But for the most part, this is the team I would really want to use offensively, right? Again, I would just take Delaney Walker out, put Mike Allstott in at fullback to give us an extra legend spot, because I'm going to need that when we start building on the defensive side. If we want to put more motivators in, we're going to need some of that. Now, I will say, going forward, what I will likely do is run Red Tornado just at center position 1 and add a backup center with Legends chemistry to make that work. Yeah, Jason Kelsey's a 99. I don't really care when I'm playing, to be honest, right? I just don't. That's an extra spot we can have for building more and more stuff out. And again, we're missing a spot here, so that would be 2 spots right there. Okay, that's 2 extra legend spots that we're probably going to need. Now, as I was working on the defense, I wasn't able to really manipulate a whole lot yet, so we'll get there. I think we're going to need a defensive motivator for sure. There's some of these other ones that you can put in, which will start to boost cards. We can take a look at some of those. Again, you want to use Bull Rush, I kind of do, but you could pick, instead of using the route tree, you could pick a different one here. But again, we're going to get those other motivators, throw them in, and see how it works. Again, we can see this is a little bit better, but we changed this up, and now we have AJ Green at 98 overall. Is that the worst thing in the world? No. No, he lost one short route running and went down. You're going to look at this card and be like, oh, now it's not good. The card is fine. 95 route running is fine. Too often we focus on that little number at the top right. Oh, what does it say? Doesn't really matter sometimes, okay? So this is how it was done. I think there's probably more combinations you could do. Again, once Ultimate Legends drop, there's definitely more combinations that can happen, and it'll be a lot easier. We'll focus on the defense on Saturday. I'm not trying to grind out all this other stuff to get the Isaiah Rodgers motivator right now. I'll get it, but I'm not going to sit here all night and do it. I'm just not. I'm going to be a little patient. Especially too, because middle linebacker, you had to use Jalen Smith, who was 900,000 coins, and he only was a 98. Basically, no matter what I did. And again, if I was going to be doing this the best way possible, I want to keep my 40 legends, but I also want to keep the cards that I really want to use. So I'd be throwing a Mad Max in here. I'd be throwing a Sauce Gardner in at CB over here, right? Right. You know, we're at 39 legends then. Okay. What I really want from Ultimate Legends Saturday, this bonus content, I want a kicker. We might just have to eventually move to using Vinatieri or something anyway. But I want a kicker because there's not a whole lot of other spaces. Remember, we have 1, 2 that we could use. We want to use Brady, we could. I really don't want to use Tom Brady though. So we're going to work our way around it. But that's the team. 99 offense. All right, my bad. Guys, my bad. I apologize. I had to go put the AJ Green card back so we could see the 99 overall offense is there. We got it done. We'll use it for a game. We'll try it out. And then I'm going to build the team back more really the way that I want to play with it. So it's kind of a waste of coins. It takes a lot of time to do. But you guys are always curious how it works.